The Council of Prison Locals is deeply concerned about the ongoing staffing crisis within the Bureau of Prisons. Despite an $8 billion budget, we are significantly understaffed, and this is impacting the safety of both our employees and the inmates we supervise. The Bureau of Prisons manipulates staffing numbers to downplay these issues. While budgeted figures suggest we should have around 21,000 correctional officers, the reality is starkly different. Estimates indicate we have lost up to 9,000 positions, leaving us with approximately 12,300 officers. The agency's inclusion of captains, lieutenants, and counselors to inflate the staffing complement, simply because they share the same GL series, does not change the fact that we are still 9,000 people short. This discrepancy is alarming and cannot be ignored. Reports from the Government Accountability Office and the OIG and the DOJ highlight severe staffing shortages. They reveal that the B.O.P lacks a standardized tool to determine necessary staffing levels, resulting in dangerous understaffing. These reports consistently show that the B.O.P is not meeting its staffing requirements, putting everyone at risk. The Bureau's public relations efforts fail to mask the reality. We are nearly 10,000 bodies short of what's considered mission-critical staffing. This jeopardizes the safety of everyone in our institutions. Despite attempts to downplay the severity of the issue, the facts are clear. The BOP's approach to managing its image does not change the on-the-ground reality faced by correctional officers daily. The Bureau's augmentation practices compound the problem. Augmentation creates an unmanageable workload and hinders inmate programming, as teachers and other staff are diverted to correctional officer duties, causing inmate idle issues. This leads to increased tension and safety risk. Augmented staff are expected to implement the First Step Act, yet they are forced to step into a role of an officer due to the lack of correctional officers. Mandatory overtime is widespread, further straining our officers, who are already working in challenging conditions. Many are mandated to work overtime shifts every week, leading to exhaustion and burnout. Despite the increase in administrative positions, hiring remains a significant challenge, pointing to mismanagement at the highest levels. To address these issues, we need Congress to enforce accountability measures. Through appropriation processes, Congress can set specific spending parameters and ensure proper use of funds for hiring and increased pay. It's crucial that we advocate for these changes. Congress has the power to enforce these measures, but it requires a willingness to take a tough stance. In conclusion, it's time for a thorough evaluation and accountability of the Bureau of Prisons leadership, who have long allocated funds for the expansion of administrative roles at the cost of hiring frontline staff. By addressing these systematic issues, we can ensure the safety of our staff and the proper functioning of our institutions. We need to hold the BOP accountable for its actions and ensure that the voices of frontline staff are heard.